Hi, my name is Ariel Polycap, and this is my visual presentation for the property Instagram account for 14 West Elm. Due to the technical and visual aspects of any social media platform, I thought this would serve as a necessary element to my written memo. Just to give an overview, I will be breaking down this presentation into 5 brief sections. I will first overview the main benefits and walk through the setup process. Then I will showcase a mock Instagram account I made just for this presentation, along with examples of more established, successful accounts and the factors that make them work. I will then finish with some personal tips and suggestions for third-party apps that can boost your account growth, engagement, and can even manage the account for you. That being said, my main goal today is not only to explain why a property Instagram will be beneficial, but essential in keeping up with the digital marketing field today. The main benefit to Instagram is its global accessibility and connectivity to its users. As of right now, Instagram has over 800 million users, with 100 million of them being new to the app just within the past year. About 15 million of those accounts are business accounts, and that demographic is rapidly rising, so it is important to join sooner rather than later. This platform connects users from all around the world through Instagram's logo, the hashtag, and the connecting word or phrase of your choice that follows. Since Instagram launched in October 2010, the dominantly millennial demographic has started to use their accounts as an affordable and easy way to market their own businesses and products. This is the ideal platform for real estate marketing of any kind due to the global accessibility of consumers. The first aspect of attracting new clientele to your property is knowing you exist and liking what you see. With the right hashtag and photos, you can gain new business from anywhere. Another one of the main benefits of Instagram is that it is easily maintainable and almost always accessible. Most real estate agents and property managers run their accounts entirely on their cell phones, just as most Instagram users do with their personal accounts. This visual display is taken right from my personal cell phone to provide a more realistic representation of what it could look like to use the app should you decide to utilize it. As you know, building relationships with potential and existing clients is extremely important when it comes to maintaining a stable, steadily increasing clientele. With Instagram, you have the ability to personalize the way your business is perceived to whichever degree you think is most appropriate to your brand. If you are comfortable with sharing posts that can give your audience a glimpse into your personal life, the daily activities of your staff and/or residents, and the lifestyle that you want to portray of your property, you are providing a source of closeness and entertainment to certain followers that will continue to follow your account even after all business transactions simply because they enjoy your posts and updates. Since all followers of accounts have access to the mutual followers of each other, your followers will continue to bring you exposure in business without even having to directly interact. Unless you completely change the nature of your posts or post something blatantly offensive, the amount of followers in business you have will be guaranteed to grow. I will now refer to a few successful Instagram accounts to point out certain strategies that can be used to grow your following in business both rapidly and effectively. The first account that I'm going to pull up is a property that I used to work for called First Column Student Living. When they first came to campus, they had 4 different properties to fill within a short amount of time in order to meet the capacity rate. We decided that the most effective way to advertise towards other students was through Instagram, particularly focusing on engagement, which is activity on your account that the friends of your followers can see and then be directed to your account. Whenever we offered incentive of engagement, such as gift cards for something, we would get an increase in engagement. For example, we would go from receiving 100 likes and no comments on a post to almost 300 likes and almost 600 comments. Needless to say, we did not need to worry about the capacity rate again. The second account that I'm going to bring up is called the Hudson Chicago. which is a local competing property in River North. The demographics of the residents are similar to ours, mainly young and/or single adults. They advertise to them by often posting about being pet-friendly, hosting holiday parties or other social events, and collaborating with nearby trendy restaurants. The aesthetic is vibrant and fun, but thoughtfully crafted. There is never more than one of the same kind of picture or angle within the same row. It is more professional and mature than First Column Student Living, but it still has a fun feeling to it. The third account that I'm going to pull up is called 1000 M Chicago. Famous designers are showcased in their bio, including famous architect Kara Mann, who has about 13.2 followers of her own. And extremely elegant photos of architecture and design are showcased. Individual faces are not emphasized like the other accounts, and professional photography, and cinematography are used. They have videos as well. Different Instagram stories are organized at the top to show different amenities and different kitchens, like this right here. But what I find interesting is their use of engagement, just like First Column Student Living. Our engagement and direct responses to people are kept separate from the beautiful display of posts below. They also seem to stick to a blue-gray color scheme, and they have the most followers out of the 3 accounts mentioned. By paying close attention to details, you are in better control of how you would want your audience to perceive you. So, setting up an Instagram is actually very easy, and I will be using my Elm Place account as an example. You can download the Instagram app from the App Store for free. At the bottom, there will be the home button, which shows the feed of people that you follow, the search bar, which you can search people or hashtags, the plus sign, which allows you to post your own pictures, the heart, which shows the activity of you and the people that you're following, and then your own profile. If you click on Edit Profile, you can customize your profile picture, your name, your username. You can link your website, and you can provide a brief bio about who you are. It is really important to link your website onto this area because it is the only place that allows a clickable link. So if you wanted to post the link to your website on one of your posts, it wouldn't work. This is the only place. I obviously don't have a fake website for Elm Place, but I'm hoping that you guys will link your account to your Instagram bio because you can gain a lot of traffic that way that you may have not been exposed to otherwise. In the top right corner, and then in the bottom menu, there will also be options to link your other social media accounts through linked accounts, and you can link your Facebook and your Twitter. By doing so, it will give you the option to post your Instagram photos onto your Facebook or Twitter feed if you'd like. So that's also another way to gain followers and exposure from other audiences that you may not have been otherwise exposed to. What I think is really cool about Instagram is their newer option to switch to a business profile, which offers certain features that a personal Instagram account would not necessarily need, but they make it a lot easier for you to manage your business account. So for example, you can learn about your followers. It tracks the analytics of them, so you can understand a little bit more about who's following you and what you should post. You can reach your customers. You can create your own promotions that can reach thousands of people. Your clientele can even contact you and book time with you through your Instagram. So Instagram is getting really innovative with business accounts, and it is highly encouraged to create an Instagram for your business. My final tips are going to be displayed with this mock 14 West Elm account. So for the first post, I just want you to notice the hashtags that I have at the bottom. It's a picture of the front and back view of the roof of 14 West Elm. My caption reads, "Will it be the Magnificent Mile, restaurants on Rush, or Oak Street Beach today? We suggest all three, no car service necessary," just to emphasize the location, because I think that that's a great feature of 14 West Elm. And if you look at the hashtag, I included hashtag location, Chicago Gold Coast, Chicago Apartments, Mag Mile, Oak Street Beach, and I even included Chicago restaurants. And it's because anytime anyone looks up a hashtag like that, our post will show up underneath the hashtag. So if you look at the people that actually liked my picture, I have food bloggers, I have real estate agents, I think I have one other property. So the hashtags that you place under your photo can really help boost your post. When it comes to considering who to follow, local restaurants and bars usually want to support each other or collaborate with posts, so it's best to start with that as it connects you with their followers. For example, following the Hang Up Bar, which is the bar right underneath us. One moment, let me find this here. I seem to be missing it. Here we go. If you follow the Hang Up Bar, it will also give you access to everybody else that follows the Hang Up Bar. And these people are probably regular attenders, they're local, they're people that like to be in the area, and it's good to have a sort of mutual connection with them in case they are interested in living right above the Hang Up Bar at 14 West Elm. You can also post stories for engagement. A story is a brief post that will show up on your Instagram page for 24 hours, and you can also save that post right up around where it says highlights underneath your bio. So I like to use stories as a way to post less, as a way to post more casual material that maybe will include some type of engagement. So here I posted a poll and I asked, how would you like to unwind at Elm Place after a long day? 67% of people replied saying that they would like to unwind on the rooftop deck, and then 33 people replied that they would rather go to the indoor gym. So it's kind of nice because it gives us a way to see what our residents are thinking, and it also shows off the fact that we have those two amenities. You want to post cute, aesthetically pleasing posts like these, you can do so. I think they're great for stories, maybe not so much.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Music. And then this was actually the catalyst to why I felt that 14 West Elm really, really needed an Instagram, was because my original thought was to try to organize a fundraiser so that we could advertise this property while also supporting a good cause. But as I tried to put that together, I realized that I did not really have a platform to communicate to people that lived at 14 West Elm or that were interested in it too. So that's when I thought that Instagram would be a really good way to get that going and to start that communication and that community so that we can plan events like this in the future. And actually, I've only had this account set up for a little over 24 hours, but people have responded. And we have responses like Children's Miracle Network, the Animal Shelter, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Chicago Children's Choir. So it's great to be able to interact with your followers this way. You can also, what I would recommend doing is just when they give some sort of feedback, you could directly respond to them, as I did here, just so they feel a little bit more connected, and our relationship on Instagram feels a little bit more personal. It encourages them to continue to respond, which heightens engagement, which will attract other people to our page. So for third-party apps, I have a few suggestions that could help the quality of your Instagram. I'm going to go on my app store here, and the first one that I'd like to talk about is Preview. I mentioned a lot of strategic things to keep in mind, and I think all of that is interesting, but if you'd rather not deal with that because you're probably very busy, you do not have to worry, because you can get applications that take care of everything for you. So this Preview app will allow you to plan and schedule times and days for up to months ahead of posts so that you don't have to go on every day and take care of it. And it's a great way to really kind of plan the aesthetics of your feed, like this one here with the tropical colors. It helps you out with hashtags. It even allows editing and analytic information as well. So you can look at the ups and downs of your engagement based on the specific posts, which I think is very helpful if you are interested in really, really making a successful Instagram. Another app that I would suggest is Adobe Photoshop, because all of the best photos, I believe, are of good quality, and Adobe Photoshop can really help you out with that. So I think it's a must-have app as well. And also Instagram has their own apps, and the one that I would recommend from them is called Layout. It's a good way to just crop and make your own original effects and designs on pictures, in case that's something that you're interested in doing. And there's so many more that I could mention, but in conclusion, Instagram is free, easy, and accessible to users around the globe, and it's as hands-off or as hands-on as you want when it comes to managing and maintaining your account. For all of these reasons, the number of real estate Instagram accounts are rapidly on the rise, so right now it is a great time to join and establish the online presence that 14 West Elm truly deserves. An entire world of new clientele is just a hashtag away. That brings me to the end of this presentation, and I hope to connect with you on Instagram soon. This was Ariel Pally.